And this trail that I'm on is reminding me a lot of life. And I think what a lot of us are going through right now, where maybe you can't exactly see where you're going, but we know we have to keep going, right? And that's kind of how this trail is. It's like, sometimes I have to stop and I have to look to see like, wait, where am I supposed to go? Sometimes there's a little colored sign that's directing me, or sometimes it's like a pile of rocks, and it's like, once I just go towards it, I can see another part of the trail. But I would not be able to keep doing this trail if I waited to see the whole thing, right? And maybe that's what you're going through right now. And the amazing thing about that is it's probably pushing you to get in touch with what's actually important to you in your life, right? Like who you are. Right now, you're probably refining your inner compass, right? You're figuring out how to make decisions when you don't know all the outcomes. You don't know where you're going. Really, the only thing that we can ever do in life is make decisions that align with our values, every effort possible to live in a way where we're not going to regret it, right? Because like, you don't want to get to the end of your life and wish that you would have tried something. Most of the hard things that I've done in my life, the hardest part was just being brave enough to get started. And it's like, just figure out like what that first step is. And once you take the first step, I guarantee you the next step is going to open up, and you just keep going. It actually reminds me about how several weeks ago I posted on LinkedIn that I was shutting down my startup and I was headed to Europe to go hiking. And I posted this because I think that there is part of our culture that is just so focused on what we define as success, right? Like you gotta have a successful career, have your startup get acquired, you have to get the promotion, the raise. I was reminded of how important it is to create our own story, because nobody can really know your life as intimately as you can. And there was somebody that actually posted on it that really doesn't know me that well, and I haven't really spoken to them in a few years. And this person had an opinion of like why my startup didn't work out. Also had an opinion of how I shouldn't be headed to Europe right now, given that the weather is bad in Europe. And listen, like I would never take advice from this person. Clearly this person doesn't understand that I have access to the internet. I know what the temperature is. But also like, what if I listened to him? Like how ridiculous, right? But here's the thing, most people, if they are trying to create a story about you, or most of the time, it has nothing to do with you or reality. But don't let people tell you what your story is. Like, best case scenario is coming from them knowing who you were in the past, but most likely it's a projection of their past and their experiences and what they know. That is different from your experience and what you know and where you're headed. That's the thing that we get wrong in life, guys, is like humans, we're always like trying to project from like what's happened, right? But like, did you ever think that the way the world is today, what's happened the last several years, would ever happen? Like, I don't think that anyone thought that it would ever happen the way that it has. So like, for anyone to think that they know what's gonna happen in the future is just like ridiculous. Guys, like what's in your heart? Whatever it is, like make space, like go for it. Put that effort into passion, hobby, making a career pivot. You'll be surprised how fast that time that you spend adds up to adding to your life, to moving you to be a more peaceful, authentic version of yourself. I know right now, most people are living in fear of what's going on in the world and feeling a little hopeless that maybe you feel like you don't have agency in your life, but you have more agency than you think. And the first thing that you can do is take control over what media you're consuming. Because if you're constantly consuming media that is creating this fear inside of you, what good is that doing, right? Like stay informed, but like guys, like make a plan, like figure out how do you want to live this life? What if the worst things happen? Do you want to spend like the last months or years of how things are right now being scared? Or like, do you want to wake up and get out there and start living? Like start living, guys. Like nobody's stopping you.